Hi everyone, I'm Tatiana Thompson. This is Brome Bird News. Today we'll be talking a lot about northern cardinals. Stay tuned. We get a lot of emails from people asking us how to attract northern cardinals to their bird feeders. Well, let's make sure that there are actually northern cardinals in your area. Please visit Cornell's website to see where cardinals live in North America. And then here in Quebec, for example, cardinals are not as numerous as they are in the south. So we have to work extra hard to make sure they feel comfortable eating in our backyard. So here are 3 things that we recommend: cover, comfort, right seed. Let's talk more about the cover. For example, if you put up a feeder in an open field like this, well, no cardinals will come to that. They are really skittish and they're always looking for cover. We noticed that cedar hedges are very popular. So if you have a cedar hedge or a bush or anything that's evergreen, try to put your bird feeder inside there. Cardinals will feel very comfortable feeding there. Here's an example of what I got just a couple of days ago when I came home for lunch. Now let's talk about comfort. Northern cardinals are not actually feeder birds, they are ground feeding birds. Their necks are designed to face their food, so it's not always comfortable for them to turn their head to try to get a few seeds. So we recommend bringing the ground closer to your bird feeder. This is where a tray like this comes in handy. And finally, birds are just like us humans. They have different appetites. Northern cardinals love sunflower seeds, so you can give them either black oil sunflower seeds or hulled sunflower seeds. But what we noticed here is that they're really fond of plain safflower seeds. That's why I have one feeder that is just dedicated to safflower seeds. Here's my video from the other day. Well, as always, I'm curious to hear what you do in your backyard to attract northern cardinals to your feeders. We'll open up a forum. Let's chat, everyone. This winter, I'm reading a lot of articles about birds that either forgot or just got mixed up and simply didn't migrate south. Colleen Hasselgrave wrote this to Dr. David Bird. It's December 30th, it's minus 26 Celsius, minus 15 Fahrenheit, and I have a red-breasted grosbeak at my feeder. This is the first time we get this species. Just wondering if he or she will migrate soon. Also, when it is at my feeder, there is a male cardinal not far behind.
Hi, Colleen. I gather you are referring to a rose-breasted grosbeak. Yes, that's definitely a most unusual bird to have at your feeder in the chilly winter conditions you're experiencing in your area. I imagine with that brilliant red throat patch, it looks beautiful against the snow. Unlike the non-migratory northern cardinal, rose-breasted grosbeaks have usually headed south by late September. The ones in the east usually winter in Panama and the northern parts of South America. While rose-breasted grosbeaks do come to feeders, especially ones loaded with sunflower seeds, safflower seeds, and raw peanuts, I would not call them a common feeder bird. I seldom saw them at my feeders in Montreal for 40 years. They're generalist feeders, eating everything from fruits to seeds to insects. I doubt that your bird will bother undertaking any kind of migration now either. While it did not leave in the first place is a mystery, but every once in a while one sees a migratory bird sticking around even in the coldest of weather. I once saw an eastern meadowlark in a Christmas bird count in Quebec. And sometimes robins will stick around too, despite having no worms or insects to eat. They just switch to berries. And speaking of which, if you can find a way to offer your grosbeak some berries, it might be real happy to eat them. You can even try raisins or raw nuts. In any case, as long as the bird has access to such foods, it should be able to survive the winter.
A couple of weeks ago, Dr. David Bird answered a question about mixed species flocks feeding together. That sparked a question about whether different species of birds and animals can actually talk to each other. Well, recent studies show that indeed they can. The only thing they have to do is learn what other species are saying, and once they do that, they can copy the call and then pass it through their flock. For example, tufted titmice have a very specific anti-raptor call, which chipmunks and squirrels recognize. This call has also been adopted by sparrows, cardinals, and jays to warn them of danger. So next time you notice birds talking to each other, try to listen for the same call coming from different species. Over the past few years, scientists have been on a mission to create the blackest black. But it turns out that despite all their best efforts, nature is still in the lead. Male birds of paradise have feathers so black that they absorb 99.95% of visible light. Basically, their feathers grow in such a way that they trap light in pockets within the feather, preventing any reflection at all. The advantage of that is that any colorful feathers they have really pop, making them more attractive to females. I'm always amazed with New Zealand's dedication to native wildlife. The kea, the only alpine parrot on this planet and incidentally the most intelligent parrot, has a horrible habit of stealing traffic cones, resulting in a lot of keas being hit by cars. The solution? A roadside gym that was specifically designed to intellectually stimulate keas and keep them away from roadworks. This gym has floating devices, climbing frames, swings, and ladders, which are proving to be very popular with the birds and any passerby that happens to see these birds working out. Despite the depressing news about the Migratory Bird Treaty Act that I shared with you on the last episode, many current and former government employees, both Democrat and Republican, are trying to move against it. 17 former wildlife officials have appealed to the Interior Department to reconsider changing the MBTA, which will put a lot of bird species at risk. Public outcry about the relaxing of the Migratory Bird Treaty Act has been really loud, but it seems to be falling on deaf ears. Well, let's hope that someone in the White House has enough compassion to put nature before profit. Before I announce the winners on this photo contest, I was asked to remind everyone to please ID your birds. There are people who use our photo contest to learn about different species of birds. And now, let's check out the top 5 in public voting. And the winner is Bonnie Lee Armstrong. Congratulations. Now, the top 5 in staff picks. And the winner is Helmer Nielsen. Congratulations, Helmer. This winter has been rather cold and snowy here in Quebec. I hear that it's actually been really cold in Texas. Steve Swearingen wrote to me saying that his hummingbird feeders were freezing overnight and he had rufous hummingbirds looking for food. So, next photo contest is all about cold birds or birds in the winter. We have a new bird feeder out. This is a Squirrel Solution 150. It has a free seed funnel. It's available at certain Walmart stores. So this is what we'll be giving out on the next photo contest. Good luck, everyone. Well, good luck attracting northern cardinals to your bird feeders. Don't forget to share your ideas and your experiences in our forum. And if you have pictures of birds in the winter, don't be shy to share them. See you in 2 weeks.